welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Jamie O'Hara, him over there, Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Arsenal's 2-goal lead? Arteta, can you me 2-goal lead? You must have won. Hello, beating Ganosaurus kiss. Oh, but do me a favour. 1-0. Win the dog. Win the dog. Win the dog. Can you me with the dog? You must have won. Hello, beating Ganosaurus. Darren Benty, Darren Benty. Can you me Benty? You must have won. Hello, beating the kebab badass. Arsenal score. The Glock Nest monster. David Raya, Matt Lucas, Matt Lucas, Matt. You're to win Liverpool. Here's Morgan, Thierry Henry, Woodsy, Laura. You're to win Liverpool.
Wow. The title race is on. It's wide open. Big night of action across the talkSPORT network. What on earth are Arsenal doing? Playing in second gear. Wolves were shocking. You drew 2-2 with them. Unbelievable. Only a 5-point lead at the top. It's all falling apart. You got Spurs at the weekend. Wow. Have your say on this. 03 717 22 33 44. Newcastle. They slapped Carabag earlier. Anthony Gordon scored.
Shin pads are a footballer's best friend, even if players like Jack Grealish do wear such small ones you can barely even see them. But what's the story with shin pads, and are there any rules on how big they should be? It all started with cricket, actually. Cricketers had been wearing shin pads since the 1700s. They'd been introduced not for leg protection, but instead to give batters a strategic advantage. The idea was that batters could put their leg pads in front of the wicket if they missed the ball, preventing them from being bowled out. Obviously, that all changed when the LBW rule came in, but that was the theory behind them. It was thanks to this guy that shin protection made its way over to football. Meet Samuel Widdowson. He was a cricketer and a footballer. He played for Nottingham Forest back in the late 1800s, and he wanted a way to protect his legs from nasty tackles. Apparently, he'd broken his leg in a match against Sheffield United in 1874 and wanted to stop it from happening again. Naturally, his mind drifted to his other favourite sport, where players had been wearing these pads. Story goes, Widdowson cut up his cricket pads, sewed them into his socks and popped them on before taking to the footy pitch. Ta-da! Shin pads. Like all great genius inventors, everyone took the mickey at first. To be fair, he probably looked quite stupid running around with these on. But it's thought his whole Nottingham Forest team then began wearing them from 1887, and the first known use of them in a match was in 1894, in a match between Newcastle and the then Woolwich Arsenal. Eventually, FIFA clocked on that this protection was pretty important for footballers. Multiple studies have shown wearing shin pads clearly reduces the risk of players getting lower leg injuries. And so, in 1990, basically 100 years after Widdowson first put them on, shin pads were made compulsory. It became a part of Law 4 of IFAB. That's the body responsible for setting the laws of the game internationally. But the law doesn't actually specify anything about measurements of shin pads. It just says pads must be made of a suitable material and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection. It's really vague, and players can get away with a lot. A lot of grassroots clubs are choosing to ban micro shin pads for obvious reasons, though, especially after a 15-year-old player from Penistone Church broke his leg while wearing them. Still no change from IFAB, though. That's why Grealish and co can still get away with these ones, which are no bigger than a credit card and which seem to
and welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, over there, Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Arsenal's 2-goal lead?
Oh, dear me. Nottingham Forest, they're back. What a start for new gaffer Vito Pereira. They got Liverpool at the weekend. Big result. 03 717 22 33 44. You want to talk about them? Crystal Palace, on the other hand. What was that? A draw against Drinsky.
Good team, mate. Don't knock them.
Good team.
The old drinksters.
Yeah, no, good team.
Don't knock them,
good
mate.
team. Fans out there were calling for Glasner to go, though. You're getting sacked in the morning, some of them were singing. Should he get a sack? 03 717 22 33 44. Of course, though, huge weekend of Premier League action to look forward to, including Spurs v Arsenal on Sunday. What a game. Could this be the biggest North London derby in Premier League history? Both teams have to win for different reasons. Get involved in the show. Can't do it without it. Build up to that one. 03 717 22 33 44. Woo!
Yo,
Hello, mate.
yo,
How are you?
yo. I'm good, matey. How are
You all good?
Very well indeed.
What have you been up to?
Today.
Spoke to you.
Second.
I haven't spoke to you today, really, have I?
Here we have. We spoke earlier.
I haven't asked you what you've been up to, though.
No, but you never do.
What do you mean I never do?
You never come in. The only time you ever ask me what I've been up to is now.
That's not true.
It is.
That's so not true.
Well,
the first thing I do is I always go give you a big hug.
Right.
And I say, all right, mate, what you been up to?
Okay, what did I do this week? If you're that interested in my life, what have I done?
Hannah's been away.
I didn't ask about Hannah, my wife. I asked about me.
Oh, yeah. Valentine's Day. You was on your own.
Again. That was on Saturday.
Okay.
This week.
What have you done this week?
You ain't got a clue, have you?
Come in yesterday and asked you, and you said you had a long day. You did.
Every day.
You said I had a long day. That's all you said to me. You didn't tell me what. You just looked flustered, and you said I've had a long day.
Mate, don't pretend you care.
I do care.
You don't care.
What else have you done this week?
I'm not telling you now.
You've been up to something else this week. Sure. There's something else you've done. Oh, you've done Studs Up podcast.
When was that?
When
did I do that? If you get this right, I'll forgive you.
That was on. I think that was yesterday.
Today.
Oh yeah. You did. Oh, you've done 21 seconds to go with
what day?
What's his name?
What day?
Goldstein.
What day?
You've done that on Tuesday.
Yep.
Yes. Come on. See? What have I done this week?
I don't care about you though, do I? So I'm not pretending I care.
Yeah, I know, but I do ask you.
You don't, mate.
Do we have a relationship outside of this office?
It depends.
What do you mean it depends?
It depends if you're on your phone or not.
And what do you mean? You're a groomsman at my wedding. It's 2 months. You don't know anything about me.
Am I?
Have you got your suit yet?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, I ain't got it.
I've sent you the code. I've sent you everything.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Go and get it sorted out.
I'll get it sorted, right?
You get it sorted.
Are you getting married next week?
No.
Well, things are fine.
No, it's not fine. It's got to be ordered.
Jay, don't worry. Sit tight, mate. Sit tight. Don't worry, mate. I'll be there. I'll be there with bells on. Don't worry. You know I'll be there, right? I don't want to be there,
No,
but
I know you'll be there because there's free wine.
100% be there.
Yeah.
100% be there, matey. I mean, look, how are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, fine.
Good.
Brilliant. Look, loads to talk about. Loads to talk about.
There is, as always.
As always. Yesterday was an amazing show.
The fallout, actually, has been quite incredible. Yeah. You and I watched it unfold in the green room, and then we were lucky enough to take calls on it straight away, right? It's just unbelievable how things have changed so dramatically just from like a 190-minute game where Arsenal really...
but it's not one 90-minute game, though.
No, it's not.
It's been a few weeks now.
No, you're right. But if Arsenal win that 2-0... compared to drawing it 2-2. The narrative is so different. The point, it's so... We're talking about now, you said it last night, championship rounds, we are there. We're approaching that time now. Mm-hmm. And here's the funny thing, right, is that it's Man City, right? They're not putting Arsenal under pressure. This is not like Man City and Liverpool going toe-to-toe where City win, Liverpool win, City win, Liverpool draw, City win, Liverpool win, City... And do you remember that under Klopp and Pep, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I remember when Chelsea were going toe-to-toe with Man United. You know, there'll be that, they win, and you have to go. And there's like, the points difference was minute, and every result mattered. The only reason that Man City are back in this title race ain't because of Man City. It's because of Arsenal. That's the reason they're back in it. Not that Man City are like putting pressure on them. The only pressure that's coming is from.
So you think it's more about them stumbling than actually them...
100%. This is not breathing down your neck.
I know, but I think Man City are... They've been... Look, they're rebuilding, right? They've built a new team. Yeah. Arsenal's team was ready to win it. So but I feel like Man City now, this is when Man City come alive. Right, this is when they come.
This will be the worst Man City side to win the Premier League. If they win it, it's the worst Man City side to win the Premier League. And that says more about Arsenal than it does about City.
You think?
Oh, 100%, mate. I've seen Pep's side go. I've watched them. You know, they were an absolute machine. This is not a machine. Arsenal have somehow found a way to stumble, trip, and open the door for City at the same time. Stumble, trip, smash their face on the door, bang. And as they've done that, put the handle down and go, oh no, City, look who's going to come in.
Is this one of the worst title races ever? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not a title race. It's not a title race.
What is it then?
It's two teams just trying to get to the top. It's not a race. It's not a title race, mate. They're jogging. So they've got, you know what it is? It's like a three-legged race, the pair of them.
What do you mean?
Do you remember that at school, right? Remember the three-legged race?
No one's had a three-legged race at school, Jason.
Do you remember
what are you on about? No one has that race.
Do you remember the three-legged race at school, right?
What are you on about? No, I remember a beanbag race or a egg and spoon race.
Okay, this is the egg and spoon race.
Where's the three-legged? I want to know what three-legged race you've been to.
You used to tie a leg together, right? Remember that? You used to be your mate. You put your arm around, you have your legs tied together.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Right. It's either a three-legged. It's not a title race. This is not two teams going. Klopp and Pep probably in the those battles at the top of the table where they got they win it by 1 point, and those two teams were just immense.
So this is an egg and spoon race.
I think it's an egg and spoon race or egg and spoon whatever to the title. These are not two.
This is not a Usain Bolt Liverpool Man City.
No, it's not, mate.
Sprint into the end.
No, this is not at all. This Manchester City side, if they win it. It'll be the worst Man City side to win the Premier League, and if Arsenal don't win it,
who drops the spoon or who drops the egg?
I still think Arsenal. I'd rather be in Arsenal's shoes right now than City's.
Would you?
Yeah, I would, because
what?
this City's team is still being formed. Even like the signings of Semenyo and Gueye, they're still very much trying to find partnerships. Still trying to find their way. This Arsenal team has been built for this moment. In my opinion, this team has been built.
No, Jace.
No, okay, you might be right, but I'm just saying that how I see it, all their ducks are in a row. Arsenal's team has been built by Arteta.
It's not a great side.
Well, we're seeing that.
It's not a great side.
No, that's what I mean. That's why it's an egg and spoon race.
If I could choose right now, who would I'd rather be? I'd be Man City. They're chasing down. They know how to chase.
This is the point.
Yeah, but they are chasing. They're
not chasing.
They've got a game in hand and they've got to play Arsenal.
No. They're not chasing them. It's like Arsenal they've dropped the egg. Arsenal dropped the egg.
Right. So Man City are going to...
Yeah.
So they're going to catch
it. But the reason they've dropped the egg ain't because City are breathing down their neck.
So you're saying you still want to be Arsenal. You've dropped the egg.
Because they got that lead at the moment. And I'm still...
on the floor.
Say again?
The egg's on the floor.
The egg is on the floor. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Ain't broke.
It's not broke. No.
Still pick it up.
Still pick it up and go again.
I think I'd rather be Man City.
I've
been here before.
I hope you're right, mate.
I've been here before. I know how to win it.
Whoever wins this will not be like a celebration of one of the greatest title race. I've seen it. I've seen Klopp and Pep go to it. I've seen Chelsea win title race. I've seen it over the last...
Man City win it, mate. There'll be open top bus parade.
I
think Spurs might have one.
Of course. But it's not like City have gone and won it. It's Arsenal have thrown it. They've dropped the egg.
I think that's harsh.
I don't think it's harsh at all. I don't think it's harsh. 2-0 up last night.
If Man City win this Premier League title,
whoever wins it deserves it.
Yeah.
But this is not a classic Premier League title race where the only reason we're watching at the weekend, like City got Newcastle and North London Derby, is because both teams actually been pretty average. I mean, I watched City's second half against Liverpool. How they won that game, I never know. What's City's second half against your lot? You lot, you're going to win it.
Yeah.
That's not a Premier League winning side. Arsenal last night. It's not a Premier League winning side. Teams don't do that. Teams never done that. They're going to whoever wins.
I don't know. I'm sure there's been teams over the years who have crawled over the line.
And of course there have. I can't think now, but this is one of them. In my opinion, this is one of those seasons where this is not the best. You're not going, do you remember that title race? Do you remember that? It ain't one of them. You will look back on that when Klopp and Pep were going at it in recent times. Mate, Liverpool, they could have won 2 or 3 more Premier Leagues, mate. They could have done. But City were just like that machine. This is not the machine we're talking about with Pep. But they might win it.
Okay. You can have your say on that. Give us a call. We've got the North London derby as well. Got to get into that. I want to hear from Spurs fans. Have we got a bit of a leg up after Arsenal's sticky results? Biggest North London derby in Premier League history. 03 717 22 33 44.
Right, Benfica midfielder Gianluca, how do you pronounce that? Prestiani, is that how you say it? Has denied racially abusing Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. in the Champions League tie last night. UEFA have announced that an official investigation has been launched after he covered his mouth with his shirt before saying something to Vinicius, which led the Brazilian reporting alleged racist abuse to the referee. The game was halted for 10 minutes before Madrid went on to win the game, thanks to an amazing Vinicius goal. The winger then wrote on Instagram, racists are above all cowards. They need to put their shirts in their mouths to show how weak they are. I received a yellow card for celebrating a goal. I still don't understand why. On the other hand, it was just a poorly executed protocol that served no purpose. Now, on the back of that, this is what I find absolutely stunning. Jose Mourinho has come out and said, when you score a goal like that, you celebrate in a respectful way. I told Vinicius, when you score a goal like that, you just celebrate and walk back. When he was arguing about racism, I told him the biggest person in the history of this club is Eusebio, and he was black. The club, this is the last thing that it is, and that's racist. We'll talk about all these comments in just a moment. Mark Clattenburg on Amazon Prime says, once Vinicius Jr. has approached the referee now has to follow protocol. He has to follow the rules that UEFA have set out when this happens. The problem in this situation is that Vinicius Jr. has not helped himself. Oh, my goodness. He has made this difficult for the referee. He scored a wonderful goal, and he has to do is celebrate, yes.
You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. Going to be discussing Newcastle's emphatic 6-1 win at Qarabag. We didn't really have a chat about that yesterday, but Newcastle in decent form. But first, Perry Groves joined the Hawksby and Jacobs show earlier today and had his say on the importance of this Sunday's North London derby.
Do you think it's helped you going into the derby at the weekend or not? Simply because more pressure. They're going to be looking to bounce back, or are you feeling more nervous about the derby?
It's more pressure. And if there anybody in it is saying it isn't, because if you go into the derby and you're 7 points clear, I know obviously Man City play on the on Saturday night.
And Newcastle away is not easy, is it?
Newcastle just won their last 3 away from.
Yeah.
You know, they've got their legs back.
Right.
If you go in and Man City win and you're 4 points clear, there's a little bit less pressure. You go in and Man City win and you're 2 points clear, then there is like big pressure. This is in my opinion, this is the biggest North London derby, or at least one of them, since we played you in the first ever FA Cup final at Wembley. And that didn't end great for us, to be fair.
The first ever semi-final.
Semi-final,
yeah,
sorry.
I was there. That's right. Is Gascoigne going to have a crack?
Yeah, look, it's obviously a massive game at the weekend. Let's go to Paul, who's a Spurs fan. All right, Paul?
P-Dog.
Are you okay, mate? You all right?
I'm all right, Paul. Look, obviously it's a massive game on Sunday for two reasons. One, we need the points to stay up. Arsenal need the points to try and win the league. So it feels like there's a huge importance on this fixture. And with them dropping points, it just gives us a bit of a boost, doesn't it?
It does, but I mean, in the Perry Groves interview, it mentioned about the 1991 FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal at Wembley. We won 3-1, so we can win. But in terms of the actual game on Sunday, we have to win that game. We cannot afford to draw. A draw is not good for us. We have to win, because if you don't win, we got teams like Leeds are playing well, and so is West Ham, and they can easily pull out their situation.
Paul, I'll be honest, mate. I'll take a point all day.
No. I hear you, because Arsenal are playing really well. And in the last 3 seasons, right, we haven't beaten them in the last 3 seasons. Yeah. They've beaten us home and away under Arteta. But come this Sunday, we have to win, Jamie. We cannot afford to draw, because if we draw and West Ham win or Leeds win, right, we're under more pressure.
Yeah, I know, but we're playing Arsenal. We're top of the league. Do you know what I mean? Like, you take a point there all day, and then you go and play Crystal Palace and Fulham and Nottingham Forest. Their games you've got to win. Listen, it'd be great if we win, and I think the atmosphere is going to be electric with a new manager, and the fact is Arsenal have crumbled a bit, but come on. You're telling me now you wouldn't take a point?
No, listen, I'd rather draw than lose. Yes, I agree.
Paul, come on, matey. You'd rather draw than lose. No one's ever said anything different.
But I'm talking about this season, our current form. We've been poor. We haven't won the last 8 games. We've been absolutely abject. We've been absolutely poor. But going back to what he said about the back in 1991, right? We absolutely beat Arsenal 3-1 at Wembley.
No, it was in 1991.
Yeah, but it's not. But Jamie, it's not impossible. They can be beaten.
Yeah, we have beat them since then.
Be beaten.
Paul.
We have beat them since 91.
Well, we have. Yes, I agree. Yes.
Paul. Jay's right, mate. Jay's right. A draw is not bad. It's a better result for you than it is Arsenal.
No, yes, but Jason, listen. Yes, you are right. But however, right, I want 3 points, because if we get 3 points, it's less pressure, isn't it? Less pressure.
Paul. Everyone listening is not going to disagree with you. Everyone wants to win a game of football, but we're talking realistically now about where Arsenal are and what Arsenal are chasing, where you are and what you're trying to avoid. Promise you now, if this game at the weekend ends 1-1. You'll come away with it on a Monday morning when you wake up. You'll go, all right, out in a bad point. It's a terrible point for Arsenal, because if City win against Newcastle at the weekend, which is not given, by the way, but this is not a must win. I would say it's a must not lose. If I was in your shoes, don't lose this, because if you do lose it, Arsenal get a step closer to the title, and you get a step closer to the Championship.
Okay. Can I ask you a question, then? Is it impossible for us to win?
Of course it's not. No, all 3 results are possible. No one's saying it's impossible. Exactly. But you're coming on and saying we have to win. I agree with Jay. If you come away with that 1-1, that is a good point for Spurs. Not a great point for Arsenal.
Okay, just say for example, right? We were to just say we drew that game out, and West Ham win and Leeds win, right? Yeah. We're under more pressure, we. They've gained 2 points.
I know,
but we're playing Arsenal.
No, it's not impossible. Listen,
I'm not saying it's impossible, but you've got to be realistic here, Paul. I mean, like, get it in your head. They're top of the league.
Paul's head's gone, by the way. Paul's head's gone, mate. Paul, your head's gone, mate. No, it's gone. No, listen, you're not thinking rationally about this. There are nothing rational coming out of your mouth at the moment.
No, listen, I love my team, okay? I love Tottenham. Yeah. And listen, football is a very, very funny game. On the day, anything can happen on the day. Anything can happen on the day. Yeah. Is that impossible?
No,
it's not. It's not impossible to beat Arsenal.
It's impossible.
I fancy us to win the game just because of the atmosphere and the build-up and the new manager and the bounce we might get, and
the feeling has changed.
The feeling around Arsenal at the minute, and the negative energy and the fact that they are, struggling a little bit. I believe we can get something from the game. But if we draw, I'll take it all day long. I would not be disappointed with a draw.
Listen, a draw is not a loss. But, I mean, after yesterday's event...
Paul, you keep stating the obvious, mate. I'd rather win the game than draw it. A draw is... Paul? Go on. Right, listen.
Yeah.
At the moment, you are not in a good position in the league. Right? Arsenal are chasing the title for the first time in 22 years. Right?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
If you draw it, you can stop them getting it, and it'll prevent you a point closer to staying up, right? Would you not take that?
This is Jason, right? As a Spurs fan, right, I dislike Arsenal. I can't stand the team. I don't want Arsenal to win anything. Okay? I want 3 points come Sunday. I know that it's a very, very tough task, okay? But I want 3 points Sunday.
Yeah, of course.
If we get a draw, okay, we didn't lose. But like I said...
You're going to take... off your draw now. You can take it.
No, I'm going for all or nothing. Go for a win. Go for a win.
He wants the 3 points, mate.
I know, but I don't think the situation is as dire as Paul is trying to make it out. You have to win.
No,
because
we're not there
like
yet.
you said, there are games further down the season which Spurs have to win, the ones you've highlighted.
We're on 29 points, right? We get a point on Sunday, put 30 points, right? We need 3 more wins.
And and then you think about the games you've still got coming that really, in all honesty, you should win.
We should get
right.
Yeah.
This isn't one of those you should win.
No. Let's go to Avi. He's an Arsenal fan. Avi?
All right, Avi.
Hey, gents. How are you?
I'm all right, Avi. I'm all right. How are you feeling as an Arsenal fan going into this weekend?
Just about recovered from last night.
I know, mate, if you have.
I mean, if we don't win the league this year, it will go down as the biggest bottle drop in history.
And
Arteta, everyone at the start of the season basically said Arteta's no excuses. He's got the squad. He's got 2 players in every position. He has no excuses now. And the problem is that this will be 4 years in a row where we theoretically had opportunities and to basically win it, and we wouldn't. So this game is absolutely massive. To the point where I think if he loses it, then that's the title gone for Arsenal. But if he wins it, then that, I think, may really put Tottenham, just to see, really put Tottenham staring down the barrel of relegation.
Yeah, look, there's a lot more games to play, but look, if we lose, of course, it heaps more pressure on us. I go into this game now, Avi, as a Spurs fan, and I'm so much more optimistic than I was 2 weeks ago, even a week ago.
History's on your side because we don't recover well when we're under the cosh. History. I mean, and it pains me to say this, but there's no evidence.
I think you're there for the taking. I genuinely do think you're there for the taking.
There's no evidence that when the pressure is on, all of the good results we've had is when the pressure's off. Champions League, we would have qualified anyway. Coming top of the league is irrelevant. Beating Wigan 4-0, I mean, great, but I mean, I don't even know if they're Championship or League One, to be honest. So these are not games that are test. Every time we've come up for a test since the start of the year, it hasn't gone well, and frankly, not being able to get over the line against Wolves, you then play the second worst team in terms of form at Tottenham away, with all of the kind of incentive that you have given your feelings towards us.
Here's a question for you, Avi, because Cundy was talking about it a little bit earlier. Who would you rather be right now? I know you're an Arsenal fan, but in terms of the league table, the form, the atmosphere, would you rather be a chasing Man City or an Arsenal who are still top, 5 points, but stumbling a bit?
I think it's a head and heart decision. Head would obviously say Arsenal, but heart, you're probably thinking, well, Pep sees blood in the water, and no one's talking about it. And it pains me as an Arsenal fan to say this, but we keep talking about Arsenal and the quad. But I think Pep caps it off, wins the quad, and then checks out.
That Carabao Cup final, by the way, that's now come bigger and bigger. Yeah, this weekend's game. I know the closer we get to the end of the season, they become more important, right?
No one's talked about Man City winning the quad. Everyone's been saying that Arsenal. Man City can still win the quad.
Yeah, they can still win the quad. Yeah, they can. They won't because they're just not good enough.
No, but
they're not good enough.
He is still on for.
No, I agree. You're right, and it would not surprise me at all if Man City go and win in a one-off game with Pep, go and win the Carabao Cup. It wouldn't surprise me in a one-off. I'm still yet to be I'm saying this. I'm yet to be totally convinced by Arsenal, even though I said all season they'll win the title.
Yeah.
But look where they are. They're both teams are unconvincing. They are.
All right, keep your calls coming in. Loads to go at. Obviously, want to hear from Spurs fans as well. North London derby, new manager in charge, atmosphere a bit different. Arsenal fans, you're a bit scared of rocking up to the Spurs stadium.
Imagine that.
A bit scared, mate. We're a bit edgy, aren't they? They're a bit nervy.
Mate, can't
I'm nervous.
I'm a Spurs fan of the weekend.
Are you? You're a Spurs fan at the weekend?
I am, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
For the first time ever.
You
got Spurs. You got one of your old Spurs shirts.
Wait, listen. I'm not wearing a Spurs shirt.
No, but can you get it out? Take a picture of it.
Nope.
I won't put it anywhere.
Nope.
I just want a picture of it.
It's a nope from me, but I'll cheer Spurs if they score and win at the weekend.
Will you?
Yeah, mate. Someone else will win the title. It's just how it is.
Can I have one of your shirts for the weekend? I want to wear it.
What do you mean?
I want it.
Cundy on the back.
Yeah, I want it.
You want a bit of Cundy on your back?
I want a bit of Cundy on my back.
I'll put a bit of Cundy on your back in a minute.
03717 22 33 44. Get your calls in.
Gabby in particular was, quotes, desperate to talk to me. Every sinew of my torso was screaming, I'd rather shoot myself with a rusty World War I rifle. And then I thought, you know what? We've had enough Arsenal bottle jobs for one 12-hour period. It's actually time to face the music, face the pressure, stand up and show this Arsenal team what you do when the heat is on. You don't run away. You don't hide. You actually stand up and you take them on, which is something we singularly failed to do last night.
What's this going to tell us about Mikel this weekend coming up, Piers? Arsenal strong favourites to beat Tottenham.
Well, I couldn't think of a better place to go, frankly, than Tottenham on Sunday. And I'm presuming that between now and then, Mikel Arteta, who I've become a massive fan of, I think he's going to read them the riot act quite rightly. And I think he's going to ask them, all of them individually, well, how much do you want this? You know, you can be chokers again, as we have been for the last 3 seasons. We have, I still believe.
Coming in on the Sports Bar 03717 223344. Still to come. We're going to look ahead to a massive game. Man City this weekend as well. They take on Newcastle live on talkSPORT. First, you may remember back in 2024, City won the league over Arsenal after they bottled it. Rodri was interviewed during the title celebrations and said City's mentality was the difference. Let's have a listen.
I think, to be honest, it's in here. It's the mentality. Great players are all over the leagues, all over the clubs. Arsenal also, they deserve us. They went there, they did an unbelievable season, but I think the difference was in here. When they come here, when they face us here in the Etihad, I saw them, these guys, they don't want to beat us. They just want to draw, you know, and that mentality, I think we wouldn't do it the same way. and we catch it. We catch it, and at the end, if you give us 1 point, we will win the last 7-8 games, even though how tough it is.
Wow. I mean, that's starting to feel, what he said there.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
What we're seeing now.
Well, we will see. That City team that he played in is nowhere near as good. Sorry, that City team is way better than the City team he's playing in now. Way better. So, mentality, yes. Also the quality that he had. And we will find out.
No, but we are starting. Is that the problem that Arsenal have got?
I think he's right. Yes, I would.
Got the players.
I would agree with that. That there is there's definitely a part about Arsenal last night in particular, where there was a lot of time wasting going on last night. Right, there was a lot of going down, holding heads, wasting time. There was a corner which I remember actually where Declan Rice eventually takes it. Wasting time against the bottom of the league, a team that are going to be a championship team next season. And in the end, part of that time they were wasting, they ended up paying the ultimate price. Trossard went off, right?
Yeah.
Concussed.
Yeah.
Is he fit for the weekend?
If it's concussion protocol, probably not.
We'll find out, won't we? Was he concussed? He come off the bench. There was a corner that Declan Rice took an absolute age to take. There's also they're all at it. This is just not an Arsenal problem. They're all at it. But when you're chasing a title away at the bottom team and you end up conceding in injury time, and part of that injury time that's been made up is down to your team time wasting, that feels different. Feels different.
Let's go to Paul. He's a Man City fan. All right, Paul?
Right, P-Dog?
Good evening, gents. How you doing?
All right, Paul. Look, obviously, that Rodri interview from a few years ago when they won it, it does feel like a little bit like that again.
Well, I'm just sort of going back to your comments earlier, really. Yeah, I got that. I got the Rodri interview. Okay, maybe we're not the team we were from past years, previously the last few years, but at the end of the day, you win a title, It doesn't matter how you do it. We might not be the team from, 3 or 4 years ago, but I still think we're going to do it. I really still think we're going to do it.
A chance. You shouldn't have a chance, but you got a chance.
But they've got to come to us April the 19th, I think it is, which is right near the end of the season. It could come down to that game. Yeah. At the end of the day, we win every game with champions. Yep. It's a cliche, but it is. But we can. I still think we'll do it. I really.
Let me ask you this, right? I've said it'd be the worst Man City side to win the title.
You're probably right. Yeah, but it's.
I agree with you. Don't care. What I'm saying, it's not a criticism. It's an observation.
It's an observation.
Yeah, no, it's not criticism. It's just saying I've seen City sides win the title, and I've seen City sides that have really challenged and come up short. Those sides, this is not one of those, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it made me laugh about 12 weeks ago. Your Troy Deener was on air, and the league was over. The league was over 12 weeks ago, and I'm not being funny, but what's that guy won?
No, I've got to be honest. I'm one of them. I felt that Arsenal were just defensively too stubborn, but they're fragile now. Things have changed.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, okay, you look at our defence 3 or 4 weeks ago. We weren't going to win a title with that defence, with Kuzanov, Aki, the Elaine who they brought back from Watford. It wasn't going to happen. We had to address that. Obviously we got Gay in, and obviously now we've got Diaz back. He's back in the fold now. So I just believe. I still believe we're going to do it. I really do.
Fair enough. Right. I mean, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Yeah, if they do it, I kind of agree with you. They're stumbling over it.
If the Man City win it, it's not because they've been brilliant. It's because Arsenal have not handed. That's not fair. Arsenal.
They have handed it to them.
Not handed it.
They have though.
They've tripped up. They've tripped up. If Arsenal win it, I don't see it the same way. Man City have not tripped up. Man City have not been good enough all season. Like I said to you, it's the first time I think you might have to go back to September, maybe August. That Man City had it in their own hands. How have we got now to this stage where Arsenal could have been maybe double points ahead?
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, it's in Man City's hands, even though Arsenal have that slight advantage.
Let's go to Rich. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Rich?
All right, Rich.
How we doing, boys? You good?
Yeah, I'm all right, Rich. I'm all right. Obviously, massive game at the weekend. We could really dent their title hopes.
Absolutely. Big Igor at the wheel now, boys. So it's all...
Bit of Igor ball, is that what you're saying?
Oh, don't.
Bit of Igor ball.
Igor ball.
Bit of Igor ball.
Dyche ball and,
Bit of Igor
ball.
Let's look forward to a bit of Igor ball.
Anything's got to be better than Frank ball, boys. Come on.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And hopefully we actually get a few fans in that actually want to sing a few songs and get behind the team. And, probably a little bit left field here, but Romero not playing, I think, is absolutely a blessing. As much as I love the guy, he's been a liability, and it's just, it's a red card waiting to happen. Arsenal on the ropes, boys. This is our only chance.
Yeah.
They're gonna bottle it. We've got to be up for it. The fans have got to be there. Igor at the wheel, boys. And who knows?
You know what, right, Rich? There's certain times you want to play teams in a season, right? There's always a team who may be struggling, and the manager's on his way out, and they'd make a change, or hasn't quite worked. Like Man United with Amorim, and then Carrick comes in, you get about. There's certain times you want to play a team. I probably would say this is the best time to play Arsenal.
I agree with you. Totally agree.
This is the best time that we could pick in a Premier League season to play Arsenal. I think after this week, I reckon they'll probably sort themselves out. But they are wounded right now, and they're worried.
And we need it. Simmons, absolute man of the match. Van der Ven, banging header, right at the death. And I don't care if it comes off anyone's shin, bum cheek, left toe. 1-0, scrappy. I'll take anything, boys, honestly. And I don't know what the lad was on about earlier. If you give me a point now, thank you very much. Yeah. See you next week.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
I think you're right, Joe. I think there is a good time to play a team and a bad time to play a team. For example, the best I can think of is early part of the season, good time to play Villa. Yeah. Right? Where they were really, for some reason, struggling.
Yeah.
Didn't score a goal for whatever. Then they get over that hump, and then it was like a terrible time to play Villa.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a time, and this might well be, it just might have turned up on your doorstep.
Yeah, let's hope so. All right, keep your calls coming in, Arsenal fans. Want to hear from you. 03717 223344. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18 plus. Beganway.org.
The question from me to you, Simon, is how much can your image be diminished in 8 months? Now they're coming out, the woodwork. One source has told Telegraph Sport. Thomas Frank was constantly going on to the players about Arsenal, and they quickly get sick of it. Even before and after the game at the Emirates, he was telling them how good Arsenal were. The feeling among some was very much, just shut up about Arsenal. Elsewhere, reports suggest that after Spurs lost to Arsenal in November, Thomas Frank warned the squad about a drop in standards. The next day, multiple players turned up late to training, including the captain, Romero.
And what does that say about the professionalism of people? Are you trotting that out for whoever's trotting that out? Isn't pouring necessarily a bad light just on Thomas Frank. He's pouring a bad light on the people themselves. The players. I don't know whether Thomas Frank is so unaware, so obtuse in his thinking that he would spend his entire time consumed speaking about Arsenal as their biggest rival in terms of using Arsenal in the conversations. Is he that stupid? He doesn't strike me as that sort of stupid.
No.
Players that come out and say things or use agents or media hounds to say things to, I have no respect for. The fact
a coffee at an Arsenal Cup, but I mean that was a mistake.
Yeah, and that's why they're perhaps steering into that opportunity. Has he been diminished? Of course he's been diminished. Life is not linear. Success isn't always a straight line. You go up and down, and most people have lots of failures in their lives. It's like an iceberg. All the failures are beneath the surface, and you only see the successes, and you judge people by the successes. He will have to rebuild a little bit. Now what's being considered is you can.
You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy. Still to come, we're putting a Spurs and an Arsenal fan head-to-head. Scarves are off. Earlier today on Drive, Goldstein and Bentley gave their reaction to Bottle Job's Arsenal losing. Well, they drew. Felt like a loss. Goldstein decided he would reveal what he is going to give up for Lent.
Lent began yesterday. Are you aware of this? And you've got to give up stuff, right? And it's well known that I tried to give up booze. I'm gonna try and give up what I like. I'm gonna try and give up alcohol for Lent. How good is that?
You've got no chance.
Okay. You say that, but quite a few famous people are doing that. I don't know if you've...
Bex, is he?
No. Mikel Arteta apparently has given up winning. So I don't know if you've seen that. So Arteta's given up winning for Lent. Huh? That win, will you get down, my God? How are you? Oh, my goodness. What on earth is going on?
I didn't hear Drive today, right? But I can only imagine how unbearable Goldstein would have been. I can only imagine. Bentley would have been dreading this.
Yeah.
And Goldstein would actually nailed him to the floor.
Yeah. I mean, Bentley would probably want to swallow himself up if Arsenal throw this away.
Yeah, all the ingredients are there for Arsenal. It's, the cake mixture has been... Everything's been there. Got all the eggs, got the flour, got the sugar, got all everything's there. Right? Just make the cake. All you got to do is make the cake.
Right. Where's cream?
I don't know. You need a bit of cream in there as well. But you need to just make the cake. I've never made a cake in my life. But Arteta's are all the ingredients.
I can tell.
Yeah, but it's all about timing, isn't it? Get it in the oven at the right time so it rises. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You have no idea what you're talking about. A cake doesn't rise.
Yeah, I don't got a clue.
Let's go to John, who's an Arsenal fan. All right, John.
John, boy.
Hello, boys.
Hello, matey.
You?
I'm all right, John. I'm all right.
Ever made a cake, John? You ever made a cake?
No, I want to apologise to O'Hara, not to you.
Go on.
What do you mean? Oh, have you ever made a cake?
We had a nice discussion 2 nights ago. We were talking about suck up.
Don't talk about cake.
Jamie asked me a question, and because you are so annoying, I just started ranting at you, Cundy.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, no, I ranted at you, but I didn't listen to Jamie's question, and we could have had a sensible discussion, but
right.
Let's try and keep it sensible.
Right. Have you ever made a cake, John?
My wife is world class, but I'm not.
Right.
World class.
I got him.
John, is this a good time to play Arsenal? Is this the best time of the season to play you?
It was a good time anyway because change of manager and that game. I mean, the leg sapping in that game. You saw the pitch; it sapped the players. So it's a great time.
What pitch?
But
Wolves pitch.
It was heavy.
What do you mean? Hold on. Are you blaming the pitch now?
No, I'm not blaming the pitch. Be sensible.
Was it a bit windy?
Have you ever played for 90? Well, you used to play on terrible pitches for 90 minutes.
Why are you blaming the pitch? I can't believe you're blaming the pitch.
I'm not blaming the pitch.
Well, I mentioned the pitch. That's exactly what you just done.
You just said the pitch was heavy.
Never.
Energy sapping.
It wasn't. It was a terrible pitch.
Okay, what was sapping?
Pitch.
What was sapping?
The sapping was playing in those conditions. It's
what
100
conditions?
times harder than playing in
what, it's snowing?
Sorry, hold on. Last night's conditions.
Sleet. It wasn't snowing.
It was sleet.
Sorry. Yeah, no, fair enough.
Tough.
Fair. No, do you know what, right, mate?
Listen,
Do you know what? It's a good call. Sleet's hard to play in, mate.
You pair of clowns. You've had your fun, right? You asked me a sensible question. I'm going to answer.
You gave us a stupid answer.
You can't blame the conditions.
I never mentioned it in regards to last night.
You did. You just said the pitch is energy sapping.
Listen, if you let me finish my point, that you asked, I'll finish it. Now, I was worried about it anyway because Tottenham had time, good prep time.
Good prep.
And Arsenal haven't. So I was worried about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's change the scenario around because all these numpties and idiots are saying we've bottled it, this and that and the other. I said to you the other night, the season just started. We've got 25 games to go. Plenty of time to sort that out. And they haven't won it before, so it's a little bit difficult. They've got to get over that mental barrier. So let's say we go to Spurs and we give you a good slapping. Can I have some slaps?
Yeah.
Slap.
Slap like we did. Slap.
What, like Wolves did? Slap.
No, forget about that.
Yeah, slap Wolves. Bueno. Slap.
Past history dictates between us.
Calafiori, own goal. Slap.
Whatever. Well, listen. Are you working Monday?
Yes, I am.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Win or lose, I'll call you. Okay, because I'm pretty confident we're going to slap you.
I bet you don't phone up. I bet you don't.
If you get beat, mate, you ain't phoning us up, John.
You're not.
If I say I'm going to call you, I'll call you win or lose.
Are you going to blame the pitch?
No.
What if there's a bit of sleep knocking about and you get beat?
No. Listen, he'll play his best team on Sunday, which won't be Saka playing in the middle, right?
Scored.
And I know that, but if you want to go over why we were so bad, and I don't like slagging players, but Martinelli as a starter, God almighty. I mean, he's just, he can't play on a low block. He was useless, and Madueke weren't much better. Well, and when we scored the first goal, obviously they had a few injuries, it slowed it down, and we didn't get the second. Martinelli missed that chance for the goal.
Sound nervous, John. You're making up all sorts of excuses already.
No, honestly,
you are.
He's never been a good footballer when it comes to putting the ball in the net from an easy situation. He can do silly things on the counter, but he can't do it. I'm not bothered. I'm not worried, right? Because
sound worried.
There's a long way. No, I'm not. There's a lot. Listen, we're in four. Listen, are we in full competition still?
No. I'd rather be in your shoes than City's, but you do sound a bit worried, John. I'm not going to lie, mate.
No, I'll tell you why I'm not worried. Because if Arteta doesn't win anything this season, major, then it has to go. All right?
No, I disagree with that.
No, well, you would, wouldn't you? But we don't sack managers every other week.
But you can't sack a manager who gets to the latter stages of every competition. You can't. You can't.
You can when the pattern emerges.
You can sack them.
The
Would you sack him?
Emerges. Chelsea did it.
It depends what they do.
They won things.
John,
okay, here's a question. Would you sack Arteta if they finish second in
Well, what happens in the Champions League?
They lose in the final.
What happens in the Carabao Cup?
Lose in the final.
FA Cup?
Lose in the final.
No, mate, he's got to go. You can't.
You're gonna sack him.
You can't get to
four finals.
You can't get to three finals and finish second. You can't. That to me tells that is all the evidence. No, you well done. It's a little bit like what Claudio Ranieri done at Chelsea. Chelsea he finished second that season. We beat Arsenal in the semi-final, quarter-final of the Champions League. Got beat by Monaco. Jose comes in. We've gone from second to the quarter-finals to almost winning. We won the title, won the Carabao Cup. Arteta might just be that man. He might be the nearly man. He might be the man, but he might be the nearly man. If he's the nearly man,
well, you'd sack him. You've got to be careful what you wish for, James. He's built this team for him.
I'm not saying
built this team. And if they don't win it this season, or they finish second and they miss the cup finals, whatever. Well, I don't think you can sack Arteta. I don't, mate.
I think you can.
From where they've come from.
No, but that's the point I'm making. He has taken them to this point. Now their time is now. Their time is now. And if it's not now, I don't know when it ever is going to be. Because City will be stronger next season.
You said that last season, mate.
No, we didn't. I didn't say that last season. I did not say that last season. I'm saying it now.
John, would you sack him if you lost three finals and finished second?
Look, the money that's been spent this season, the players that he's got, the squad that he's got, I don't think he's managing the squad as well as he could. I think tactically, like we have talked to you before about this, he's a bit stubborn. If he doesn't win, and I'll be honest with you, if he doesn't win the league or the Champions League, he has to go. I'm sorry. And also, I always think about points totals. If we win the league with 83 points, that's not really a great achievement.
No, listen, don't worry about the points. Don't you worry about the points. No one cares about the points.
No one cares about the points.
No, if you lose, by the way, if you lose with 82, you can moan about the points.
Yeah, I understand. I know what you're saying, but if the team gets 83 points and comes second, it's got to be sacked, right? If the winning team gets 82 points. Agreed?
How many points you got? 81?
Yeah, and the winners get 82.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not a very good season.
No,
Where's the improvement? Where's the
I
improvement?
think I agree with him on that one.
If we lose in the semi-final look, we're going to get an easy draw, Leverkusen or Dortmund. They're not very good teams, right? So we get to the last 8. We might get City, City or Real Madrid. We don't know yet.
Amazing.
If we lose to a team like that in the quarterfinals and we don't get to the semis, or we lose to a decent team in the semis and come second, you have to go. I'm sorry. If you're not making the next step on, you have to go. Okay?
All right, John, listen, thanks for your call.
He's right. Yeah, I think he's right. I think there's been enough time now. We've had a look at Arteta. We've had a good, long, hard look at him, and everything's in place. There can be no excuses. If Pep doesn't win it, I think there are mitigating circumstances as to why this rebuild. It hasn't been particularly well done, the rebuild, in all honesty. They were doing it this time last January transfer window.
I don't know.
They started bringing Mamouche, but they were starting to do this last season in the middle. And I think the City are further behind Arsenal in terms of the squad where they are. Arsenal are way ahead of them in terms of the building of the squad. It's there. Everything's there. If they can't get over the line...
It's Man City.
But it's not the Man City. In small block caps, it's just City. It's not the Man City that we've seen in the past.
All right, you can have your say on that. Keep your calls coming in. 03 717 22 3344.
John Terry took to his own Instagram account to respond today. Let's hear what JT had to say.
Guys, this is a debate that everyone's entitled to their opinion to. But, Pens, when you're on the radio and you're giving your opinion, you have to get the stats right. There's only one person that's got the most goals as a defender in Premier League history, and that's me. I also have the most clean sheets in Premier League history. And also, if you're comparing myself and Virgil, then I have more trophies than him as well. Also, you brought up a really good point. At the age of 34, 2014-15, I played every single minute of every game for Chelsea, winning the league in 2014-15 when Mourinho was our manager. So, guys, this is over to you. I love the debate. I love being amongst it. I'm really proud of what I've done in the Premier League, but this is clearly over to you guys to settle the debate. But I'm just happy to be in and amongst it.
I mean, if you saw that, you'd see that. I mean, he could reply to that from his lounge.
Yeah.
He decided to reply to that in his museum, and rightly so.
Right, of course, right.
The backdrop was fantastic. So we thought we'd settle this once and for all. We've picked 5 legendary centre-backs via a vote in the draw.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, a man called Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped that most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money. But instead of entering the league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. And it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil, and the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed, they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest football teams in Brazil. Now, they were global superstars, and despite not being professional, Corinthians drew in the crowds. Everybody wanted to play them, everybody wanted to watch them. So much so, they regularly played the winners of the FA Cup in what eventually became the Community Shield, winning most of the time. They actually inflicted Manchester United's worst defeat, 11-3, a record which still stands to this day. Now, fast forward to today, Corinthian casuals still don't pay their staff or players. The ethos of sportsmanship is still at the heart of everything that they do. And even though they're a side in the lower leagues, if you make the trip to King George's Field in Tolworth just off the A3, you'll most likely bump into Brazilian Corinthians fans who often make the pilgrimage across the globe just to watch their
listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. We're going to put two Spurs and Arsenal fans head-to-head. Scarves are off coming up as we look ahead to that massive game. But let's turn our attention to a huge one on Saturday evening as well. It's live on talkSPORT. Man City take on Newcastle. Man City will hope to keep hot on the tails of Premier League leaders Arsenal. Magpies boss Eddie Howe said straight after their victory against Qarabag in the Champions League that attention now switches to Saturday.
You'll need to give me a few moments just to think before we think too far ahead. I think the next thought in my head is Manchester City and trying to take a team to that game that can be competitive off the back of today's physical efforts. So, no, we fully respect Qarabag. We know what a good team they are. I've watched, as I said yesterday, I watched them loads in preparation for this game. They've got some very good players. We will take the second game very, very seriously.
Obviously, it's a massive game, one that Man City needs to win, but Newcastle, tough opposition.
Of course. No, I'm City will be going into this fully aware that Newcastle can be a dangerous animal. I'm pretty sure Newcastle's record at City is terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Terrible.
Really bad.
That doesn't mean to say that it's going to be terrible at the weekend.
No.
After doing what they did to Qarabag, I saw that game. They were so good, Newcastle.
Yeah, Andy Gordon up front.
They were so good. Yeah. I mean, Qarabag were terrible, but when you get a terrible, terrible team, you get a really good team, you need to see that kind of result.
Yeah.
And they put them to the sword. They were good. Anthony Gordon up top, Voltamada slightly deeper. I expect them to do something similar at the weekend.
Yeah.
I still fancy City at home. They've got the bit between their teeth.
Yeah.
If there's any, if City don't win at the weekend, you do, like I said, I'm not convinced they're good enough to win the title still. This is one of these games. Prove me I'm wrong. Go and win this game. Go and win it. Newcastle's away record of the season has been terrible as well, mate. Their away record has been. So it all points to a Man City victory, but after what I saw last night with Newcastle, they were really good, mate. They were really good.
Let's go to Gaz, who's a Man City fan. All right, Gaz.
All right, Gaz.
Good evening, Jamie O'Hara. Good presenter. Jason Cundy, I need to talk to you, mate.
Oh, go on.
What are you saying that? You keep going on. That's saying you're not good enough.
No, I'm not convinced, Gaz.
Right, but why do you think Arsenal have been so good this year? Do you know what? If they win the title this year, they'll be the boringest champions ever.
What about if you win it?
Well, what if we win it?
Yeah, this is not the City.
So we play in better football than Arsenal. Entertaining. We're not getting on goals every week and scoring off corners.
I know, but you're second.
We're second. We're in transition and still in second.
No, I agree with that. But Arsenal, they're not aesthetically the best side I've ever seen. But I've seen better City sides. This will be the worst.
No, but what I'm saying is, everyone's jumping on this bandwagon that Arsenal, this brilliant team all season. And do you know what? We're far from it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They are a boring team.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But this will be the worst Man City side to win the title.
It most probably will be, but like you say, next season we'll come back even stronger. Yeah. And I phoned you up. Well, I phoned you in Jamie was away, so it was you and Jermaine Pennant about 7 or 8 weeks ago, and I said to you, City are going to win 2 trophies at least, and I said the first one would be the Premier League. I don't know if you remember.
What about the Carabao Cup? You're losing the final then? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know which one the second one will be, but we're definitely going to. Our main trophy we'll win this year will be the Premier League, and I said that to you about 7 weeks ago. We could see it coming last night.
So that means you're going to win the Champions League then? Because if you're saying the first trophy you wins Premier League, that means the next trophy you can win.
No, in the list of the 4 trophies.
Yeah.
The one what we will win out of the 4 is the Premier League.
What's the first one you're going to win?
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that, guys.
Said, what's the first trophy?
I know I said that. What I meant was out of the 4 trophies.
Right. Are you winning the Carabao Cup?
Yeah, I can't see why not.
Okay. Are you winning the FA Cup?
I don't know yet. Hey, listen, I'm not like Piers Morgan. Saying we're going to do the quad. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? Just on that, right? Piers Morgan genuinely needs to shut up. Because he comes out and he goes all guns blazing. You know, he puts all this garbage out there about Arsenal this, Arsenal that. And as soon as they lose a game, he calls them bottle jobs. He loses his head and he starts moaning and saying they got to do this, got to do that. His voice, because he's such a big voice, he's worse than Arsenal Fan TV.
Well, here's the thing that he said that Arsenal have got the best squad in football ever. I might be misquoting him on that one, right?
He said something like
he come on the I heard it this morning.
Yeah,
with
best squad ever.
Best squad ever, right?
He needs to shut up.
Yeah.
He's
well,
worse than
do you know
Arsenal
what the
Fan
problem
TV.
is with him, right? He's a typical gooner.
Yeah, he is.
He's a typical
He's
gooner.
a terrible gooner.
They're all
gooner.
terrible, mate.
He's got to pipe down, mate, because it's killing him, putting pressure on him too much. His voice is too big, and you know, got to be careful, old Piers. He's getting him trouble. You know, getting himself in trouble.
Don't be careful.
Let's go to GJ. He's a Spurs fan. GJ.
Right, GJ.
How you doing, boys? You all right?
I'm all right, matey. You all right?
How are you?
Yeah, good. That Paul earlier, I don't know what he was on about, like saying we have to win. I mean, I'd fight your hand off for a draw.
Yeah,
exactly. We've lost our last 4 games against the filth. Do you know what I mean? Just give me a point and I'm running.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I hate to say it, right? But I agree with Jamie, everything he's saying, like, this is the best time to play Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I think Dr. Tottenham are going to turn up. I honestly...
I don't know what Tottenham are going to turn up.
Yeah, I don't.
We don't know, because it's a new manager.
Yeah, I know, but do you know what annoys me is, like, there's always been this talk about whenever we play City, our Spurs going to lie down, you know, and we always turn up against Man City. But it's like, as soon as Arsenal turn up, we bend over and we get our tummies tickled, and it really winds me up. Like I said, we've given them 6 points out of 6 in the last 2 seasons. And yeah, it just winds me up. I was going to say, by the way, I wouldn't call this the biggest North London derby ever. I would call the battle for top 4 about 4 years ago.
Battle for top 4?
Yeah, do you remember when
what
we
are
had
you on
Conte?
about, GJ? How's that the biggest? How can you say the biggest North London derby is a battle for top 4?
Yeah, because
we're talking about battling for a title here and battling for survival. This is way bigger than a top 4 race.
Yeah, but Jay, what I'm saying is this: with that game, that battle for top 4, that was a penultimate game of the season. So whoever won it was basically going to win the prize. With this one, Arsenal could beat us on Sunday. They could still lose a league, and we could beat Arsenal on Sunday and still get relegated.
Yeah, but if we beat Arsenal on Sunday, mate, that's it for them. That's it.
Yeah. I've got a conundrum for you, by the way. My mate Tommy in the lab asked me this. And
Tommy in the lab?
Tommy in the lab.
Who's
right?
he support?
Arsenal.
He's a good, is he? Tommy in the lab.
What do you mean in the lab? What do you mean?
He's a scientist.
I'm a scientist, and I work in a laboratory, right?
Right.
Well, just out of interest, what were you doing in the lab today? You and Tommy?
We work on respiratory inhalers for one of the world's biggest drug companies.
What were you doing today in the lab, you and Tom?
I was approving...
Talking about the North London derby.
Whilst we're not saving lives...
You got a Bunsen burner in one hand, right?
Bunsen burners.
Bunsen burners. Remember the Bunsen burners? Remember that?
Yeah, of course I
You
do.
know, test tube in one hand, a Bunsen burner in the other. He turned around, hey, you think we're going to get them? And let them off on a dummy.
Yeah, you just remember them Bunsen burners at school. You're like, what is this? What am I doing here?
Bunsen burner?
Little
Where have I
test
pulled that
tube.
from?
Bunsen burner. Yeah, so go on. What's Tommy in the lab one?
Right, so Tommy in the lab, he asked me this, right? He goes, here's a conundrum. He goes,
Here's the
What
conundrum.
should I put in the test tube?
What are we putting on the Bunsen burner today?
right, Spurs stay up,
Yeah.
but Arsenal win the league and Champions League, or Spurs go down, but Arsenal win nothing.
You know,
Was that the conversation?
Is that the conversation you're having in a lab?
You meant to be doing like research and like, you know,
Yeah.
you lot
are meant to be like, you know,
scientists. You're messing about with Bunsenberg, talking about who should go up, who do you rather get to win the title.
We're bang in trouble, we are.
Yeah. Well, don't mention.
No wonder they're getting robots to do things now.
It's all AI now. Yeah, my job's going to go.
AI's taken over from GJ.
Let's see AI having a convo.
They get on with their work. At least AI don't support a club.
Well, my manager's going to be listening to this. I should have kept my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Yeah, this conversation happened in tea break, by the way.
Yeah, the lunch break. Yeah, lunch break. Yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
Yeah, go on. What did Tommy in the lab say then?
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say to that. Who cares about if Arsenal win the league? They win the league. Spurs have got to stay up, GJ.
No. It wasn't just the league, Jay. It was also the
It don't
league.
matter, mate. It is what it is. Spurs can't go down.
Hang on a minute. I remember about a month ago you did a show with Adam Cattrall and you were saying you would take relegation if Spurs win the Champions League.
Yeah.
And now you're saying Spurs can't go down.
Yeah, but we're not going to win the Champions League, though, are we? Do you know what I mean?
Well, don't know. You know, like Porto done it, and you know, there's been bigger. I mean, we're not. You're right. We're not going to win it. But
take it on, come around that.
yeah, I just had a dose of reality.
GJ, just listen. Get yourself back in. What are you doing in the lab tomorrow? What's the plan? What are you and Tommy chatting about?
What are you testing?
I am going to be doing UV testing on asthmatic inhalers, and I'm going to be training.
And what's Tommy in the lab doing?
I've got no idea. But yeah, we'll probably be talking about this conversation.
I bet you will. Yeah, I bet you will.
All right, GJ, listen, thanks for your call. Let's go to Matt. He's Arsenal fan. Matty.
Matty boy.
Hello, boys. You all right?
All right, Matt.
Matty.
How you feeling?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Well, first of all, I mean, credit to the last caller. He's working in medicine, so what a boy.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure he is.
Doing what he's doing.
what we just heard.
Tommy in the old lab, mate.
Tommy in the lab and GJ talking about the North Front. Not sure there's much research going on.
Well, no, I was just giving this.
No, fair enough.
I want to know what are you boys' feelings, right? So, if you're in front now, your teams, Chelsea, Tottenham, right? What are you feeling? If you're in this position,
I'd rather be Arsenal. I've said that.
I'd rather be City.
I'd rather be Arsenal right now than City. In all honesty, and I hope Jay's right and I'm wrong. I'd rather be Arsenal.
Yeah. What about the other lad? What's he saying?
I'd rather be City. I'd rather be. I just with the atmosphere around Man City right now, with the games coming up, you've got to play Arsenal. They've got to play Arsenal at home. It feels like there's a bit of nervousness about Arsenal and the performances, and there's a lot of noise all of a sudden.
Knees are knocking. That's what it feels like, Matty boy. Your knees are knocking.
Is that what you're saying? Knees are knocking.
I'm just saying.
I'd rather be the chasing pack.
I think the real boys, we're calm. We know it's all right.
I don't know whether you are calm.
I don't know, mate, if you are.
I don't know if you're calm, Matt. There's no sign that you're calm. I wouldn't use the word calm.
Mate, it does sound quite calm.
Well, all right. There's a little bit of rattling there, but I mean, most of it.
Yeah, the knees are knocking a little bit.
Knees are knocking.
Well, maybe the ankles. Let's start at the bottom. Start at the bottom, work the way up. Yeah, you're not in the knees yet.
If you lose on Sunday, mate, the old knees are going to be rattling. Let me tell you.
Who are we going to lose to?
Well, big team, mate. Got to rock up to
no
us.
Marks. No. Bunch of no marks. Don't worry about that.
No mark. Here we go.
Mark, listen, thanks for your call. Keep them coming in. We're going to hear from Forest manager Vito Pereira next. Dream start for him. 03717 22 3344.
this season we've got the squad, but I'm not quite sure the quality of the front line is up to it. I don't rate Gyökeres. He's come in supposedly as the goal scorer we were hoping that we needed to get us over the line. He's not been that person. We signed Eze, who actually was on the verge of going to Tottenham. And with all due respect to Eze, he's talented, but he's more of a Tottenham player because he's an in-and-out player. He doesn't do it week in, week out. He's a streak-type player. He's not an Arsenal player. Madueke, he's a good understudy maybe for Saka, but he's not a first-teamer. He's great with all the tricks, but his final ball is not good enough. So I think that the problem is our front line. Is something not quite right with the front line? Insofar as we're not effective enough, we haven't got that killer instinct to go out and smash teams. Last night, you're 2-0 up, go out and smash them, put them to rest, and we haven't done that.
Well,
you cannot let Leeds...
Keith, I know you know your stuff. Who's your top goal scorer this season?
You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. Got back pages coming up. But first, Vito Pereira made the perfect start. His reign at Nottingham Forest boss. They claimed a stylish victory at Fenerbahce in the first leg Europa League knockout round playoff tie. Here's the Forest boss after the game talking to TNT Sports about the result.
I realized before I came that they have a lot of quality. They need results and they need to enjoy the game. If they enjoy the way that they are playing, I think they can play in high level because they have quality. We have talents in the team. They need just organization and confidence to get the confidence again and play.
Yeah, look, they got Liverpool at the weekend at Forest, massive game.
Yep.
But they'll go into it with a bit of confidence.
Yeah, I mean, tonight's performance and result maybe tells you a little bit about what was going on with Dyche, scoring 3 goals, big result. But the bigger game is at the weekend, Liverpool, Sunday, home. I don't know what we're going to see. When there's a managerial change, it's hard to predict, a little bit like your boys at the weekend. I just don't know how you're going to set up. What's the shape? What's the approach? Tactically, how is he going to approach the first 10, 15 minutes? Is it stay in the game? You just don't know. And that would encourage Forest fans, right? That would give them some real heart. But I heard Gibbs White speak after the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying the way that he was talking was, I wouldn't say it was a dig at Dyche, but it sounded a little bit like this feels better.
Okay.
Just like that. And he didn't mention his name, but just the way he spoke was a little bit like, this is what I want to play in this kind of team.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We will see. Massive game coming up for them. Right, now it's time for this. Bit of rest of talkSPORT. We'll run you through the highlight moments from across the station. Kick things off. This morning's breakfast show. Alan Brazil, Gabby. They were joined by broadcast legend, Arsenal fan Piers Morgan, who shamelessly still backs his bottle jobs to win the quadruple.
Have your fun, but let me assure you, we will reset. We will beat. You can play this back in 10 days. We will beat Tottenham. We'll beat Chelsea. City will choke, probably against Newcastle on Saturday. We will win the league, and I still believe we're going to win the quadruple. And then all of the mockery is going to get reposted by me to 9 million people on my X feed for the next calendar year. Enjoy those onions.
Shut up. Shut up, Pete. Honestly.
He's delusional.
Do you know what? He's a typical gooner, isn't he?
They're the worst fan base in the world.
100%. They are. It's amazing, actually, on social media. Like, there's something about Arsenal. They've created this image of themselves. And I don't quite know how it happened or when it happened, but there is something about them. And that typifies it. He's almost like spearheads that arrogance.
Yeah.
There should be no arrogance. There should be a humility about Arsenal.
They've won the title for 20 years.
Do you know what I mean? It's look, they're a bloody good side, right? And they've got a damn good manager. nothing to show for it yet. Nothing of any real substance. Never won the Champions League. Pipe down, Piers. God's sakes. Anyway, look, he'll keep.
He's delusional.
Well, look, like I said, I still fancy Arsenal to win it, but I'm starting to doubt a little bit.
Yeah.
For the first time after last night, starting to doubt that maybe you're right and I'm wrong. I hope you're right, mate.
I hope I'm right and all.
Okay, over the drive now. Goldstein and Benty. Now, earlier in the week, you, Mr. O'Hara, said that Goldstein looks like a rat.
A rake.
That's right, you see that. I've seen your response. Well, it's responded. Here's what he had to say.
That's a compliment. I appreciate that. Rather look like that than
Say so.
a lawnmower.
Look like
a sit-on, ride-on, massive lawnmower that is basically knackered.
We get it.
And needs to be taken to the scrap heap.
Hey, say something nice about O'Hara.
What time are we off here? 7.
He's horrible, mate.
He's horrible. I don't know what's happening with me and Goldstein. It's like every show now.
No,
Just
do you know what, right?
We don't even work with each other.
Here's the thing, right? It's on-air things happen, right? But when off-air, I'm
he's
with
lovely.
you guys. The pair of you are fine.
Oh, I love him to bits.
Right, you're fine.
Yeah, I love him.
But then,
Speak to him all the
and then
time.
on air, you...
Yeah, just slaughter him.
Go on, say something nice about
He's scruffy. Is that a compliment? Scruffy.
It's a compliment.
I don't know. What's,
Mate,
what's
hold
happened
on.
to his hair stuff? Where's that gone?
Jay.
What's happened?
Jay, listen. You can. Here's your...
Is it still in the shelves, is it? Can you still get it? Yeah, on 60% off yet?
Jay. Be friends.
Okay. I love Goldstein.
Right, be friends. Say something really nice about it.
Mate, it's hard, though. It's tough, that is. It's tough.
Is it tough?
I know, it's tough.
No, it can't be, mate.
It is.
Can't be tough. It's good fun, mate.
He's got a good beard.
I was about to say something. There's no way I can say what I was just about to say.
That's about it.
No, I can't say what I was just about to say. It's terrible. I was about to say. I'll tell you in the break. Drive it back tomorrow from 4.
All right, let's finish with another clip from Drive. This time, Goldstein was taking the mickey out of Arsenal's pathetic North London Forever anthem. Have a listen.
As I walk these streets alone, through this borough I call home, oh my goodness, upon the barren fields of Highbury, neath the stadium stone, who wrote this? Through the turnstiles at the Angel, see the homeless on the green, from the Cali to the Cross, and I can't read that word, every hole in between. Such a bad. Hello, Governor. How's your mother? You all right, son? Be lucky, geezer. Actual lyrics in the song.
Yeah, I like that.
That's so bad.
I like that.
It's terrible.
He's horrible, isn't he?
No. I'm talking about lyrics. North London Forever, mate. It's so...
You're from Woolwich.
Mate, create like an anthem. You're trying to create your own anthem. You can't. Either it's there or it's not.
No, but...
Come on.
But, okay.
No, I'm not having it, mate. It's
No?
so plastic. It is. I mean, wherever you think of Chelsea, right? Right? Blue is the colour. It's been knocking around since the 60s, 70s, right?
Okay.
North London forever.
Okay, but Chelsea started
Bore
when?
off.
When were Chelsea born?
1905.
Okay. So their anthem started in the 60s, right?
Well, that was it. Blue
Why
is the
can't
colour.
Arsenal start an anthem?
Because
Why can't any club start an anthem now?
Okay, the fact you've got to start an anthem now, where football is what it is now, how we've moved through the ages and the times, and football back then, it was a totally different game, right? You've got to create your own anthem. Drop me out of that, mate.
No?
No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it at all. No.
What about Tadera's to do?
I mean, who thought of that? Who came up with that idea? The dare is to do. Someone thought, I'll tell you what we do. We put something Latin on it. What should we do? What choice have we got? That's a dare is to do. That works.
Seize the day.
What is that? That's...
I don't know, mate.
Seize the... There is a...
C'est la vie? What's that?
Is it... C'est la vie is French, right?
Okay. Don't know. What's seize the day?
Seize the day is carpe diem. Carpe diem, right? Yeah. Carpe diem. Right? To dare is to do. To dare is to do. And that's the funny thing, right? Is when Big Anne's done his interview, he said to dare is to do is everywhere. And I'm like, oh, it might be, but it's definitely not. No doing, and definitely no daring.
Of course, you can find all our shows on talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT, talkSPORT 2, all of our other sister stations. You never miss a moment. Right, let's go to an Arsenal fan, Joseph. He's phoned us up. Right, Joe?
Right, Joe?
Right, boys, can you hear me all right?
Yeah,
right.
What do you think of North London forever?
Feels
a bit desperate for me.
You know, I've been going Arsenal since, well, a long time ago, and we never used to sing that song. And I don't see a big difference at the start of the game of atmosphere. It gets fans riled up, but
do you sing it?
Doesn't bring a lot, though, does it?
Do you sing it?
No, I do. I do sing it.
Go on, give us. Go on, just sing the first verse.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Joe, come on, matey.
We're not doing that.
Come on, Joe. If I said to you now, if you sing it, you win the title.
It's different. It's different. No, I don't think I'm going to win the title.
Oh, don't you?
Oh, my gosh.
I don't. No, not at all. Not at all. After watching yesterday, I think that Spurs and City are both sitting there laughing. I think come North London derby, I think it's going to be. That as well. But I think it's going to be a draw. Realistically, we're not going to know how Spurs are going to line up. First game of the new manager, they've had 10, 14 days of them. We're not going to have a clue with it, and you're going to be riled up for it, and you're going to want to win it.
Mate, it's a terrible phone call, Joseph. On a Thursday night,
true,
right?
Isn't it?
Not even half 11.
Though,
you phoned us up, right? And you phoned us up to say that you're not going to win the title.
I don't think so. Do you see us winning it?
I do. I've said that. I still.
Honestly,
no, I said,
you see us winning it after yesterday's performance, drawing to Brentford.
Look, I'm not convinced by either. I don't look at Arsenal and go nailed on. I still think that you have defensive. Well, recently it's not been the case. But I'm yet to see any evidence from Man City that convince me that they're going to win it as well. I honestly think it could be a toss of a coin. Honestly, I'm not.
The way that I look at it is that we're 2 points clear at the moment. I think the City win the game in hand. I think that's against Palace, and City are at home. So City win that game, basically. And then you've got to look at where City are going to slip up and where we slip up. Now, our next games are Spurs, and then we have Chelsea. Chelsea are going to want to beat us. We've just done them in the Carabao Cup twice. Drew to them away with 10 men as well, which wasn't great. And then...
Is that game at home? Where is that game?
It's at their place.
We're at home on the...
You win that game.
March,
I don't know, mate.
You win that game.
I don't know, you know.
It depends what happens in North London derby. It really does. It depends how we do that.
Imagine Spurs and Chelsea take points off them back to back.
Then it's difficult. But you also got to look at when we play City. So we have City in the Carabao Cup final on the 22nd. In between that, we have quarterfinals of the Champions League, both legs either side of the Bournemouth game, if we make it that far, which I think we should. And then we have City again away on the 18th. So you have to look at our run of games as much as City's, and I don't see us nicking points like we should be. Like you saw City against Liverpool, what was it, 1-0 down with 10, 15 minutes left, and they turned it around and made it, it should have been 3-1, but 2-1. And you can't see us doing that. We're 1-0 down to Liverpool in the 80th minute at Liverpool, and what a start of the season, and what do? We kind of sit back all game. At the Emirates, drew 0-0 to Liverpool, sat back all game. Didn't really create a lot. Yesterday against Wolves, flat, didn't create anything. 2-0 up, you want to make it 3-4. I get you don't want to kind of overstep, but you got to keep going for it, especially on goal difference. When second's got a higher goal difference than you want to beat them, especially on that. That's the way that I'd be looking at it.
All right.
As a Spurs fan, though yourself, I'm sure you're probably buzzing for it.
I can't wait. I think it's a great time to play you. I do. I think it's the best time of the season to play you. It's just fell in the perfect moment.
But if we would have come off of beating Brentford, beating Wolves,
yeah, of course,
I think it would be a different story. I think your fans would be, deflated, etc. But we come off the back of 2 league draws now. Lost to Man United recently. Drew to Forest again mid-Jan. You'll be well up for it.
Yeah,
absolutely. And your players I've seen as well. They're going to see what's happened against Wolves. They're going to be like, okay, 2-0 up. If we do go 2-0 up or we go 1-0 up, whatever it is, your players are going to think, well, we can come back from this. Wolves did as well. Wolves has nothing to play for either.
No. All right, Joe, listen, thanks for your call.
Cheers, Joe.
We're actually going to put an Arsenal fan and a Spurs fan head-to-head next. Huge game this Sunday. Listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18+, we're going red.org.
I don't enjoy all what goes on. Of course I don't. Who does? I don't want to see none of that. I don't like all the ranting and raving. You know, John's obviously got a problem, him and Carl Frock, I don't know, you know, with the two of them, and it is what it is. But it's nothing to do with me. And I've got to be honest, you know, I have no regard for it. It's irrelevant to me. All I care about is what Tyson's doing and the fight. The rest of it's a sideshow.
You say that, Frank, but you are the promoter.
I'm not the promoter.
You're Tyson's promoter.
I'm Tyson's promoter, but I'm not the promoter of the event. It's a ring event. It's on, you know, I have an exclusive contract with DAZN. This fight's on, as you well know, it's on Netflix.
But if you're uncomfortable with it, Frank, might you not have a word with Tyson?
I don't understand. Sorry, but I'm not responsible for what people do or in their family members are in or are with them or whether that's down to them. It's nothing that I'm not responsible, nor would I take the responsibility for that. You know, it's no different if one of your relations starts ranting and raving and screaming and shouting. It's not your. It's. Calls coming in on the Sports Bar 0717 223344. Still to come, we're going to be joined by a Megalodon expert after we found out Cundy is a huge fan of them last night. But first, it's time to take a look at Spurs v Arsenal on the weekend with talkSPORT Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Stay on the ball with our safer gambling tools. Find out more at talksportbet.com. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Yes, our Sports Bar Premier League feature.
Disgusting. I've had enough, mate. It's just ridiculous. They really are miles behind everyone else. I think we're going to win it this season.
It's not good enough. Happy Deer's top of the league, eh?
What a player he is, honestly.
They haven't got a chance.
Come on.
I'm not going to be nice. I'm going to rub it in.
The scarves are off. Yes, our Sports Bar Premier League feature. Every Thursday we choose one of the big weekend fixtures, put fans from each side head-to-head of the game. Introducing the home corner tonight, live from North London, Ricky Sachs from the Last Word on Spurs podcast. All right, Rick.
Hello, boys. How are we? Okay.
Good. Time to introduce our next contestant. Just over the road from Ricky, Arsenal fan broadcaster Harry Simu. All right, H.
How you doing, guys? You all right?
I'm all right. Right, head-to-head here, boys. Where do I start? I'm going to get straight into it. Arsenal. Are you crumbling, H?
Don't get me started on this. It's been a tough day after what happened at Wolves. There's no doubt about it. But I think to say that we've crumbled is premature. If you want to say that we're crumbling, I think it's fair and it's valid after the performance that we saw at Wolves last night, because it just wasn't good enough. And if we're being completely honest, we've seen this coming for a little while. You know, Arsenal have been off it for a bit. I think they've not really clicked. They've really struggled to pick up points consistently in the Premier League. And the only reason that we're still top of the pile is because Manchester City have had the same problem. So two things can be true at once, right? Arsenal could be crumbling, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to win the Premier League and that we should all throw the towel in and give up hope in February.
Ricky, Spurs, massive game for us. Is this a great time to play Arsenal?
It's a great question. I'm not sure if it's a great time to play Arsenal, but certainly the last 48 hours would probably give a lot of Tottenham fans hope that they may not have had before, and that we can go into the game and potentially pick up something. And on the potential new manager bounce we might have under Tudor. Who knows? But I feel a lot better now, Jay, than I did 48 hours ago. That's for sure.
Rick, I've been saying it to Jay. It's like there's certain times in a season you want to play a team, right? There's good times and there's bad times. Arsenal ain't had really many bad times this season. This is, right now, so far this season, the best time to play Arsenal.
You would say that? Yep, you would say that. I mean, you can hear my voice, Jay, that I'm potentially cautiously optimistic. At the same time, we have to always remember we've only got 12, 13 fit players, and the manager's only had 5 days maximum.
Only need 11 though, Rick. We only need 11 out there, son.
You do only need 11, you're right. You only need 11 out there. Look, if these players give absolutely everything and leave it all out on the pitch, we've got a chance. I think it's been the biggest frustrations of the season, that whilst you boys and you, Jay, especially have rightly said, Thomas Frank has at times dug his own grave when he's been the Spurs head coach, and his failure of producing any kind of side that's going to go out there and play any kind of attacking football. The reality is that also the players owe the Spurs fans a performance, right? They owe us a performance. We have not won this fixture for far, far too long. So this is now an opportunity for every single player to show us something. And for 90 and a bit minutes, you know, we've got our frustrations and anger with regards to the board, Johan Langer, Vinay Venkatesham. We just need to get behind the team, get behind the manager and support the boys, because this could be a game that would hopefully change the feeling around the season. We need a result. We massively need a result to hopefully ensure our Premier League status, which is absolutely a thing that I should not have to be coming to say on talkSPORT as a Tottenham fan, but it's got that bad.
It's honestly, every time I hear it, I crack up. I'm sorry, Ricky. I know there's a genuine concern, but talking about holding on to your Premier League status, it's mad.
Crazy, it's where we've got to. Mental. But this is where we've come to. Under this ownership, it's where we've come to, unfortunately.
I know,
this
but
is the reality where we are.
We can stick it to the Gooners at the weekend and derail their whole season.
Oh, come on, Jamie.
Just think how Harry's going to feel Monday morning.
Listen, Jay, I want to share your optimism. I do think we've got a genuine chance of getting something out of the game. I just think we need the first goal. I know that sounds, again, people might think, again, that might be facetious in me saying that because Arsenal have crumbled when they've had 2-0 leads. But the reality is I just feel with our home stadium and the way the mood has been there, Jan, you know this personally, we need the first goal in this game to really get the fans on side, because I think the atmosphere beforehand is going to be electric. You know, Spurs are going to build the atmosphere. It's going to be noisy in that stadium. If we can get the first goal, I share your belief, Joe, we can rattle them. I think we can rattle them, because you look at Arsenal, they're not in the greatest of places right now. And you look at the way they left that Wolves game at the end there, there's a lot of frustration, a lot of anger. And I don't know if H will agree. I think, you know, sticking it to Arsenal, what you said there, Jay, maybe we've got an opportunity, but we can't get away from the fact we have only got 12, 13 players. But you're right, it only takes 11 to win a football match.
H, there is a title race going on, but for my money, this is not because Manchester City have put you under pressure. They're not chasing you, not closing you down, not breathing down your neck. But if they are, you've allowed it. That's how I see it. It feels to me as if you've not grabbed it by the scruff of the neck, where you really, in all honesty, you should have done. And I think you've let City back in to try and win it. And not because they've been brilliant, because you've let them.
Yeah, of course. You're absolutely right. We have let them. We've had multiple opportunities over the last few weeks to extend the lead, to put Manchester City in a position where they would probably look at it, and even with their powers of recovery late on in seasons, will probably think it's beyond them. I mean, Bernardo Silva a few weeks ago when they beat Liverpool at Anfield, he said after the game, you know, if it was 9 points, then maybe we would have thought that this was not doable and not possible. And we've had opportunities to build a lead like that. In fact, we got close to having a lead like that, and we've thrown it away. So you're absolutely right. I just to quickly go back to the Spurs thing though, and this fixture in particular. The fact that, and Jamie, this came from you, but the fact that it's, we can really stick it to the Gooners, that just sums the Tottenham mentality up. You know, Ange Postecoglou's come out and had a pop at your club because even he can smell the lack of ambition, right? He's experienced it firsthand. And to me, it's amazing that for you guys, it's still, like, even when there's no competition between us, when we're miles apart, for you lot, it's the cup final every season.
It's your cup final as well.
Arsenal. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
We're in a cup final on the 22nd of March, mate.
Spurs is your cup final.
H, you need to win this game. You need to win this game, H. The reality is you need to win this game.
We need to win this game because we're challenging for the Premier League title, not because we're languishing down at the bottom of the Premier League and we're just hoping to stick it to someone else to make ourselves feel better. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I know not all Tottenham fans feel like that, but it just makes me laugh that the first thing that comes into you guys' minds with this game is, let's stop Arsenal. Just like you celebrated when Man City came there and turned you over.
Oh, it's so good.
Because exactly, but that sums you lot up. That sums you lot up. To dare is to do, apparently. Even Ange Postecoglou.
What did you do last season?
What do you mean, what did we do last season? We finished how many positions above you?
What did we win?
Oh, come on. You won a second-rate competition.
We won a trophy.
Oh,
yeah?
come on.
We won a trophy.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If Arsenal win the Carabao Cup on March 22nd and nothing else this season, what will you say about their season overall?
You've had a stinker.
Right. So the Carabao Cup, on paper, nowadays, is harder to win than the Europa League because...
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, because Arsenal are in it, Liverpool are in it, Man United are in it, all the top Premier League clubs are in it. Who's in the Europa League these days?
No, I'm not having that.
The reshuffle of the European competitions means that cup is nowhere near as strong as it used to be.
Good trophy.
You know what? It's like listening honestly,
you haven't won one. You haven't won a European trophy.
You lot, it's like listening to two bald men fighting over a comb. It is. It is. We win this, we win that, we do this. Listen, I'm going to ask you both this question. I'll come to you first, Rick. Is this the biggest North London derby in Premier League history? Because of what's at stake? Arsenal can win the title. You can get relegated. Where do you place it? H, I'll come to you in a second. Rick?
No, it's massive. I think you're right, Cundy. It's a massive, massive game. It's up there, definitely 100%. Definitely up there. We need to get something out of the game. We need to try and put a spark into what has been a horrendous season domestically. So you're right, massively up there. I totally agree with you.
H?
It's no bigger than Wolves was last night or Brentford away was last week for us because we're in the title race.
No, but because what this means for both, because you can affect their seat. This is not just your average North London derby. If they beat you, right, they probably put a nail in your coffin. If you beat them, you could put a nail in their coffin.
I don't think so. Arsenal could draw at the weekend and still win the Premier League.
Of course.
And Tottenham could lose
all of
the
that is
weekend
true.
and still survive. They will survive.
All of that is true, but you don't see any. You don't see this as one of the biggest ones you've had in Premier League history.
I think that the narrative around this one has shaped up quite nicely because of the way Arsenal have dropped points and because of the position that Spurs are in. But realistically, Arsenal still could win the Premier League title, right? We're still in a great position despite everybody wanting to pretend that we've completely fallen apart. And the same with Tottenham. They're not going down. Come on, this Tottenham team are not going down. It's funny and it's easy to point a finger at them as a rival fan and all the rest of it. They're not going down. There's no way that Tottenham Hotspur get relegated this season. And there's still a great chance that Arsenal win the Premier League.
Let me tell you this.
We beat you at the weekend. Your Premier League's over.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's bigger than you're prepared to let on, H. Actually, I think it's. I think you're actually showing a bit of fear. This is an enormous game for both sides, and there's so much at stake. There's so much at stake.
I agree.
Spurs' Premier League status. You winning the title. You're trying to just play this down as a normal North London derby. There's a fear in your voice, H.
No, there's not. I'm just tired, mate. It's
Ricky, jump on it, mate. Ricky, they're scared, mate. They're scared. They're doing it again, Rick.
I can feel it. I can feel bottling coming on.
Oh, here we go. From the perennial bottle jobs. I suppose it takes one to know one, so fair play.
There you go.
Boys, what's the score going to be?
Go on, Ricky, as a home side.
I will say a valiant 1-1.
I'm going to agree with him. I think
a 1-1.
I'm going to go 1-1 as well. I am.
I really think we're going to nick something. I've just got that feeling now on the back of that Wolves game. I think Arsenal are wobbling. I really, really do think they're wobbling.
Jay?
I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham.
Oh, wow. H?
Tottenham 1, Arsenal 3.
And that could all
freaking happen.
All freaking happen. I know. It depends. Arsenal are wobbling. We don't know what Spurs are going to look like under the new manager. Bit of Igor ball. Igor ball.
Hey, just before I let you go quickly, we had this discussion earlier, right? If you finish second, you lose the final of the Carabao Cup, you get to the final of the Champions League but lose, and you lose the FA Cup, Would you sack Arteta?
I don't want to be drawn into saying that I'd definitely sack him because it depends on how it all pans out. But what I will say is this: if we end up potless come the end of the season, having built this squad, having gone through everything we have over the last few years, I do wonder if it's possible for this project to continue. Like, I do wonder if you can pick these players up and go again without something major changing. So I don't want to be drawn into saying he should be sacked because I think it's disrespectful to the job he's done and where we're at versus where we were when he took over. But I would be questioning whether we could go again for sure. So there would be a conversation to be had there. I don't deny that for a second.
Okay, cool. All right, boys.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks a lot, boys.
Thank you, boys.
See you on Monday. Right, that was our Premier League feature. The scarves are off. All thanks to talkSPORT Bet. Terms and conditions apply. 18 plus. Beganway.org.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Stay on the ball with our safer gambling tools. Find out more at talksportbet.com. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
I'm going to take a look at Crystal Palace. They've got a massive draw against second place team in Bosnia tonight. Well done. 03717 22 3344. Sports Bar and talkSPORT.
Gabriel Jesus got frustrated at the end, pushed the player. Even our coaches, set piece coach, losing it a little bit because we know that right now it's on the line. Yes. And we need, normally I'm Mr. Calm, I'm Mr. Keep it easy, batting here and there, but no, it's time.
Well, Mikel now, is this where, before kick-off 5 minutes, he locks the door. He says, don't you dare let yourselves down. Look around you. Player for player, we're different class to Tottenham. Do not blow it now. Get out there, concentrate, win your 50-50s and get our game going. Then we beat this mob. If the attitude is not 100%, you're in for a shock. Do not let me down and don't let your mate next to you down. He's got to do that. This is a big game.
If he doesn't do that, I'll be surprised. I'll be disappointed, heartbroken and shocked. We need the boys to galvanise together, man. This is the time. Because, honestly, I can't have this man on my right-hand side here, Gabby, at the end of the season, singing second again, ole, ole.
Say if you do finish second, what happens if the dog win? Does the dog stay?
Listen, mate.
Does the dog go? Does the dog have more game time on the training pitch?
This is nothing to do with the dog. Leave win alone. The dog win at Arsenal training ground, for those of you who don't know. Everything we have at the training ground gears us up to win. But it doesn't matter how much writing we have. It doesn't matter how many, training sessions we have with scenarios.
Yeah.
This is where it counts,
I agree. Man. Leave the dog alone. Get a cat and call it Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. You look at last... To the Sports Bar and talkSPORT, me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. We'll bring you the back pages, but let's have a look at Crystal Palace, who couldn't come away with a win against Bosnian champions tonight. Palace fans who went to the game were not happy. We're even chanting for Glasner to get the sack. Let's have a listen.
I mean, The unfortunate situation is he's going to leave at the end of the season. He probably wouldn't care if he's sacked. He probably wouldn't care.
No, well,
okay. Listen,
someone gets sacked.
Let me rephrase that. Right, it's not going to be a biggie for him because he's leaving.
No,
he obviously wants to take Crystal Palace as far as he can in Europe. I just don't get the sacked. Are they singing that? Is that the Palace fans?
Yeah,
that's weird, mate. Don't you think that's weird?
Yeah, I find it a bit weird considering what he's done for that football club last season. Do you know what I mean? They had the best season ever.
Yeah.
And, they didn't sort his contract out. He's left. The best players have left.
Yeah.
You know, it's disappointing, really, but there's still a trophy on offer, potentially.
There is.
And it's like they've drew tonight. They ain't got beat. They're going to beat them at home.
There's no reason why they can't win it.
They can win a trophy.
There's no reason why they can't
win another trophy. If anything, you get behind him.
I do find it a bit strange singing that. He's leaving at the end of the season anyway. You know, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Maybe the Palace fans will be able to tell me different, but.
All right, Cundy, I don't know if you're aware, but it's a big weekend, not only in the Premier League, but it's also London Fashion Week.
Oh, yeah.
You pride yourself in a bit of fashion sense?
I mean, not now, mate. I don't really go. It's not really. I mean, I like to look sharp when I need to look sharp, but I mean, day-to-day life, no, I go for a bit more stretchy, comfortable stuff.
Do you? I mean, you love a pair of flip-flops.
Yeah, not winter.
Skull shoes.
Who?
The old skull shoes.
Oh, no,
the old cowboy boots that you rock up every year at Cheltenham.
They're not cowboy boots.
What are they? Chelsea boots?
They're not, mate. They're Patrick Cox. No, they're not Patrick Cox. They are... Who's the other one I wear?
I have no idea, mate. I don't know what you put on your feet.
I can't remember the brand.
You look like Patrick Cox.
I look like Cox, do I? Do I? Now, Patrick Cox was... It's Jeffrey West.
Jeffrey West.
Jeffrey West, mate.
If you're watching on YouTube right now, you can see an old picture of Jason Cundy wearing some monster clobber. Let's have a look at it. Woo!
Oh, yeah, that.
Woo!
That. Do you know what? That.
What is that?
Right, I'm telling you now, that... I got paid to do that for OK Magazine, right? And they brought the clothes.
No, they didn't.
They did.
No, they didn't. That's yours.
No, I'm telling you now, right?
That's yours.
No, but they let me keep it.
Did you keep it? So you must have liked it.
I think I wore it, yeah. But I'd done this. Man, that's cruel to bring that out. That's cruel.
That's poor, mate.
No, that's cruel. And do you know what? If that's in it, I know there's more to come.
You look like an art exhibition. If you've
more. Have you got the other ones?
We've dug out some other pictures.
Is that what you've got?
Let's run through some more because I think there's some more on talkSPORT. Oh my word, that is me.
Are you selling the big issue there? Are you?
That is one of the worst.
Do you know what you do look like, mate? You're selling the big issue.
What am I wearing? I've got a chain on. I've got a big cross and chain and a super dry T-shirt.
Mate, do you remember Goldie Looking Chain? Do you remember that?
No.
Do you remember that band, Goldie Looking Chain?
You know what? I'm not even going to deny it. I used to wear some rascal.
Mate, what's going on with your bonnet there? Mate,
it's the old skinhead, isn't it? I used to have the skinhead back in the day.
You don't look happy.
I think it was when I was getting divorced, to be honest.
You should look happy then.
I didn't have any clothes.
See, she's got your wardrobe. She wanted to get your
That was the last knockings in the luggage, mate. That was.
Yeah.
The bin bags that I was left with.
I used to have one of those. I
look like I've got golf shoes on.
A hood at the end.
Yeah, that's bad. Have we got any more, boys? Any more? Yeah, come on, let's keep running through them. Oh, Big Al.
Mate,
Big Al in Brazil on.
Mate, he looks all right,
on YouTube. Yeah, he looks good there, Al. Where is he? He looks like he's outside Ipswich. Doesn't he look like...
Yeah, do you know what? That's going to be a sponsored car. That I guarantee that photograph. So here's those that are not on YouTube, right? So you got Big Al back in his days at Ipswich. He's got he's got his left arm on the roof of the car.
Yeah, he looks.
And he's posing. Though. I guarantee
like right boy.
I guarantee that's a sponsored car when he was at Ipswich.
Yeah, he looks smart.
Does look all right, Big Al, doesn't
good. Yeah, come on, keep him running. Oh my God, is that Gabby?
What's Gabby doing?
Gabby, I don't know what he's doing there. He's obviously, you know what?
Looks like he's been kidnapped.
Stop! He fainted.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Looks like he's.
Like he's been held hostage.
Yeah, he's been hostage.
Like someone's held in ransom.
Yeah, look, and he's just saying, I'm well, I'm healthy, I'm alive.
He does. He really does. What is he wearing?
He looks slim though.
He looks trim there, doesn't he? He looks
well,
all right, Gabs.
He don't even accept.
All right. I mean, he's still got the same hairline, but he looks.
No, he don't know.
He looks like he's got the Ronaldo hairline, doesn't he? There, you know, like the Ronaldo little triangle thing on top of his head.
He looks good there, Gabs. He's put a bit of weight on recently, Gabs.
Well, he's retired, isn't he?
Yeah. We've all been there, mate.
Been there,
it's not
mate.
criticism. It's
The
just
old
observation.
wealth belly.
The lazy wealth belly.
Keep it going. Who else we got?
Jammer.
God, Jermaine Pennant.
Jammer, thing about Jammer. Jammer still looks good.
Jammer hasn't changed.
Jammer still looks good,
Yeah,
mate.
no,
He's
Jermaine
got good
looks
genes.
The same. Yeah, he's got amazing genes. You know, I don't know about the genes that he's got on there.
No.
To be honest.
He looks like Jamiroquai.
Yeah, Jammer's got a bit of style though.
No, Jammer don't care.
Jammer knows how to rock a decent outfit.
No, he looks good, Jammer.
Yeah, come on in. One more. What we got?
Goldstein now.
It's Goldstein now. What is he wearing?
Goldstein. Do you know what makes me laugh about Goldstein, right? Because when I used to work, he used to copy that. I used to wear Red Wing boots, right? He copied me. I used to wear the boots.
Yeah, now he's just copying
Where's he
Bentley.
getting it from? Now he's just copying Bentley.
Yeah, so basically what
That's
you're
all
saying,
he's doing.
he hasn't got his own identity, has he?
Well, he's a little bit of a lost soul, I think, when it comes to like fashion.
A lost soul or a lost cause?
I wouldn't say lost cause.
I mean,
I was with him the other day. When he had those
He's just wearing Bentley's trainers.
But you know, he looks all right actually. I mean,
No,
it's
I
not
don't
my.
know if he does,
I
mate.
couldn't rock that.
I don't know if he does. You know, it's come on.
Where's he? He thinks he's in a boy band, doesn't he?
He thinks he's like Oasis, doesn't he? He thinks he's Noel Gallagher.
Well, I'm not sure Noel Gallagher will wear that.
No, Noel Gallagher's never wearing
I
that.
don't think Noel Gallagher. He's got a pair of trainers like kind of chino-y thingies and an overshirty thingy.
Yeah.
His Barnet looks all right. His Barnet looks good.
You know what I actually genuinely liked, and I said this to him. You remember in COVID?
Yeah.
He didn't get his hair cut, did he?
No.
And he had these really long locks, slick back.
Oh, he just grew it.
He just let it
grew it,
grow.
yeah. He did, yeah.
And I actually said to him, "You look good. I think he looked way better then."
Well, I
don't know why he didn't keep it.
Well, he looked like a hippie.
No,
he looked a bit hippie.
He looks like Russell Martin. You know, like he looked good.
Yeah.
I was having it. I was having the hair.
Have the look?
I was having the look, and then he'd gone back to this.
Mate, once I have my hair transplant, right? I bet I look like that.
You have got a hair transplant coming up.
I have, yeah.
I cannot wait to see this.
See the change.
I really can't. How far is the hairline coming down?
It's coming down.
How many?
It's coming down. Well, there's it's coming down so those can't see. So where my wrinkles, it's coming down quite a long way, mate. And the old penalty spot's getting a bit of attention.
You're doing the penalty spot as well.
Well, I'm not. Yeah.
So you're gonna have. So basically, you're gonna have your centre forward back, your two wingers.